Hi Pisces, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your zodiac reading. Let's begin, and please like and subscribe. We're going to start off with the Intuit Oracle, starting off with your past energy, then your present day energy, and your near future energy. Now the past energy will be either near or far past. You'll have to decide. So let's see what Archangel Michael needs you to know today, Pisces. Past energy, compass, true north, discovery, life path, seeking truth, direction. Wow, Pisces, you are the spiritual one. Seeking truth, direction, find your way, know where you're going, and make a plan and explore. Well, aren't you an explorer? Number 22 card as well, which has to do with the master number. You've mastered your ability to tune in, tap in, turn yourself on from the inside out. Okay? Oh, we got the stalemate card, which is standoff, no way out, non-committal, hold out, delay tactics, blocked, refusing to compromise, opponent, and competition. So you're saying no. You're saying no. Okay, when you become more of a spiritualist, somebody who is really interested in getting to know yourself, as your best friend, your own best friend, to learn to love yourself, to know who you really are. And that's why you're loving yourself, because you're a truly powerful person with a lot of love, unconditional love to offer, and a whole lot of mastery, that manifestation abilities and powers. You just know that by knowing who you are, that just makes you powerful right there and then, never mind doing anything about it, right? And so you become very discerning, and discerning allows you to say, well, I guess we're at a stalemate then, because that's not working for me that you want, blah, 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 blah. And so, you got the hand up and saying, I'm sorry, we may come back to me next month or something like that, right? The squirrel, for the near future, we have energetic, secretive, frugal, saving, hoarding, scolding, giving lip service, prepared for anything, and miscommunications. So this is what you're going to be avoiding. You're going to be avoiding being involved with, working with, in some kind of project with, in romance with, whatever that area of life for you, financial agreement with, taking a loan out with somebody or whatever. You're going to be saving yourself from this. This person is, secretive, and they give a lot of really great lip service to try and manipulate, but to make you feel motivated to do what it is that they're bringing onto your radar, bringing onto your plate. Yeah. So, let's learn from the Lenormand, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. What do we have for Pisces with Lenormand? All right. I didn't want to give it up. As you're not going to give it up either. You give up your ability, your freedom to say no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. Okay, here we go. We have anchor. Yeah. You have dropped your anchor in, the depths of the ocean, right? And what's the ocean to a spiritualist? What's the ocean? The ocean is who you really are. The ocean is the all-encompassing energy or spirit of unconditional deep love that gives life, right? Gives life. Then you have the stars. Okay, the stars it's about like wish fulfillment. It's about seeing your way. It's about romance too. Let's see, I'll read that in a minute. And then we got letter. Okay, letter, documents. Let's see, I'm going to read the stars because I like to make sure I'm not missing out on something that would be really appropriate for the direction of this reading. So stars, shiny sparkles, guidance, and healing is what I promise through a gentle feeling. That's your intuition, right? I am reassurance, inspiration, and a new path for your exploration. Wish upon a star, for I bring hope and light from afar. Yeah, I see here it says, we make progress along a snakes and ladder type map of life. At this stage, arriving at the star of good prospects. Here we see the star's map out on the zodiac compass indicated. Not interested, it says compass here. Indicative of this very journey through life. Yeah. So it's a fixed course with the Lenormand. It's a fixed course and it's preordained. I mean, you can consider what a star is, right? The star indicates the need for vision and the desire for wish fulfillment. We all have heard that saying, stars in their eyes, we should follow our own stars. This card of optimism and ambition, the star card is a card that portends success and much promise and thanking one's lucky stars. Glad I read that. So, you think about a star, right? When we see stars in the sky shining, that light that's coming from that star took a very, very, very long time to reach our eyes, which means that star could already be burnt out, doesn't exist anymore. So that's like the longevity of something that's what did it say? I'm sorry, I'm just like this. I can't remember what I just read. It is the indicative of this very journey through life. Yeah. So it's a journey, a fixed course, something that is preordained. So the light that's going to reach your eyes so that you see that star in the sky was preordained because the star was shining at one time. And it could still be shining. But it was shining, so it's going to, if you look up into the sky, you're going to see it. You know, as long as the sky's clear, right? So, it's preordained. So what we got here then is that you are on a journey. You know, a spiritual journey, spiritual growth journey. You have dropped your anchor into who you really are, the God within. You are learning to be faithful and trusting. You have learned to be faithful and trusting that all is well and that you are protected. You are protected, and the divine has your back, and that you are you can, because of how powerful of a human being you are, because you have the soul of the power within you. You can manifest any desire, you know, that is to be on your path. That's something that's supposed to be like the destiny for yourself. You can wish upon a star and it's going to happen. You can manifest it as long as it's good for you and it's good for the collective in general. And then the squirrel, but so you have this, like I said, you've got this power within you that says, I can see or sense things more so than I did before. I've become more discerning. I can discern if this opportunity, this person, this relationship, this whatever it is, okay? Pisces, it could be a business partnership, whatever it is to you in the world, you can look at it and say, I'm going to give this some thought, you know? I'm not going to be hasty about this. I'm not going to be impulsive. I am going to check in with my higher self. I'm going to check in with my God within me. And if I feel, which takes time, it's not something you can, sometimes you can, right? You can say, hey, God, I need to know. And then you get this overwhelming feeling or some kind of nudge or just a knowing. And you go, okay, got it. Thanks a lot. Most times you have to put it on God's table, you know, got to put it on the table and give the guy a chance. And I say guy only because you give the guy a chance to, have a look at it, because he's a very busy guy after all, right? He's got a lot of requests. People putting all sorts of things on his table to go over. So he's got to get back to you. So anyways, I mean, it's, it's like that, but not like that. So anyways, you are at a the situation will be at a stalemate because you got to hold out for a while until you really feel this is an appropriate direction to go, appropriate choice to make, appropriate decision to decide. And with the squirrel is that you are making sure that everything with the letters, all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, because otherwise you'll be moving into a situation with somebody. If you don't take your time to consider this, you may be moving into a situation with somebody who is, giving great lip service, or is going to be confusing you with miscommunication. So let's see what the Major Arcana has to say. Okay, Pisces. I'm feeling as though your wish come true, your wish fulfillment will be that you are going to go another direction. The Hierophant. Can it be any more appropriate, right? The Hierophant. You are, in communication with this higher authority of who we are. And if it's not just God, and I say just God, because God is definitely, given this situation, Pisces, you're definitely going to God on this. If God's just not the only one that you consult with, it'll be somebody else in that particular area of life that knows something, or a friend, a good friend, something like that. The Page of Cups. Yep, because the Page of Cups is there's an offer of love. There's an offer that it's about loving yourself. This is a cup of love with a fish in it, and you're not sure this fish is trying to talk to you. Okay, why is a fish in a cup of love? I'm not sure, right? But it's trying to talk to you. It's whispering sweet nothings to you, and you're not too sure. So whatever is brought onto your radar, onto your table to have to consider, it's that fish that you are going to make sure that if you're going to, develop a romance or develop some kind of relationship with this fish, whoever that is to you in your life, or whatever circumstance or situation or event that you're having to consider. If you're going to engage in it with this person or event or whatever, you need to know that the offer is good. It's a good offer that you can love. That you are, it's the Page of Cups. It's an offer of love. You want to be sure that it's something you're going to love, and that you're going to be happy with yourself as a result of saying yay to it, or nay. So let's get some more information. The major thing is that you are seeking consultation with the Hierophant energy. And it may be someone's asked you for their hand in marriage, Pisces, with the Hierophant. And you're really giving it a good think, because they might have did you wrong in the past, and they're coming back and they're apologizing to you with this offer of, I love you so much, I'm sorry I did this, and I hope you can forgive me, I hope you can trust me, and by the way, I want to, I'd like to give you this ring, that kind of thing. So, it could be that too. We have Justice. That's balance, right? Balance. Justice is like, I'll read this here. It's Edgar Allan Poe stuff. It says, a wrong is unredressed when retribution overtakes its redresser. It is equally unrepressed when the avenger fails to make himself felt as such to him who has done the wrong. Yeah. So, someone has done you wrong, like I said a second ago. Someone has done you wrong and they're coming back. Could be that. And they're offering an apologies and saying, please forgive me. They're down on their hands and their knees and all this sort of stuff. But it is like there is something that is your true north that you feel is justified for you to having brought yourself into this kind of place in your life where you are anchoring your own faith and trust in yourself, or the God within you, which is yourself. It's justified that you do it. It's bringing balance into your world, into your life, into your own mental and emotional well-being. It's bringing balance because you have somebody, you have the highest one who is the one that gives justice, that you can seek justice through the higher being, the higher one. Seek justice. And I don't mean like it's that kind of justice when you think about the Old Testament where it's a wrathful God, because I don't relate to that at all. So it's I believe we have an all-loving God. So he's just, he or she, whatever it is, just. It's just. And you are in cahoots. You are in touch with them. You are solidly grounded in its justice, and the justice the person, when you're like that person seeks the type of justice is justice for all. It's not just good for self, it's good for all. So like I said a few minutes ago, I think, where it's got to be good for you and good for the collective in general. Yeah, alright, so that's where you are at in your mind, is that this has got to be well balanced, it's got to be just, and fairness, all fairness. The Eight of Candles is the Eight of Wands. So there has been some really quick movement, fast movement going on, fast communication going on with someone or with something. There has been, I want to get some more information. Let's see. The Two of Paws is the Two of Pentacles. So this is that balancing act where I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. I understand. I understand. Yeah, so you're finding that, insane sanity, finding that balance, juggling between being insane one moment and finding sanity the next moment. And that's what you're doing. You're trying to figure out what is where's the sanity in this situation? Is this person expect me to, make a move, make a decision, take a decision, whatever, that in my mind would be insane to do right now without, previous consultation with my inner self and other people, and just taking it, giving it time to settle into your gut to see if it's going to feel good for you, Pisces. Yeah, it's going to feel good for you. So that's where I'm getting this now, is that somebody is pressurizing you. They're pressing you by trying to motivate you. I like the look of it when it's like this. Try to motivate you to make a decision, to say one way or the other about something. They have their incoming communication is blah 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 about this, blah blah blah, you love this, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and they're like blah 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 blah. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. Blah blah blah. And you say, oh, hold on, I didn't say that. Oh well, but why would you delay? Blah blah blah. Somebody who's a really good salesman, right? They don't even give you a chance to think, because they need you to be off your guard. They need you to be a little bit, so caught up in their jargon and their dialogue, their self-dialogue, because certainly aren't talking to you. They're really just talking to themselves, and you're just standing there. But it's kind of like to make you feel unbalanced, so that you naturally seek balance by just getting this guy to shut up and leave you alone. You're going to say, yes, I'll buy it. I'll take it. That kind of thing. They throw you off your game. But you're discerning. You're a discerning person. You say, no, no. You got some really great talk here, but you're really annoying me too. I need to think about this, and that's all there is to it. And there might be a salesman that come to your door, like a vacuum cleaner salesman. Is there even such a thing anymore? Vacuum cleaner salesman. They have the greatest vacuum cleaner, the best technology, the most modern technology, but it's only going to cost you $30,000. What? So you're like, okay, $30,000, come on, sir. Well, $30,000, you get this, that, and the other thing. You don't have to pay, we'll set up a plan for you, and we'll give you the first $5,000 as a discount if you sign today, and you can pay for it over the next 15 years. Yeah. And they'll give you all the really great reasons why, really, really fast, and how you'd be missing out on this, and that, what you're using right now is not vacuuming the way this thing will. This thing will actually suck the carpet right up into the machine itself, and it'll swish it around inside of its little bucket of water, and then it spits it back out, and it lays it down perfectly the way it was before, but it's squeaky clean now. Yeah. It's that type of talk, or salesman talk, is like, it's so fantastic that it throws you off. Next thing you know, all you know is you're signing on this line, and you're signing your life away. $30,000 plus interest, at 25% or 29.99% over the next 15 years. Whoo-hoo. So yeah, you're discerning. You're not going to be falling for that, right? You're going to be saying no. You'll be closing the door another inch or a foot. You'd be saying, thanks, it's lovely to hear about your vacuum cleaner, but I really don't think I need it, and you close the door. Or you say, come back next week, give me the literature. Maybe it's not that fantastic. It's something that's kind of reasonable, right? And you give me the literature, but come back next week. Call me, or no, don't call me, because you don't want to give them your phone number. But you'll say, come back next week, and I'll let you know then. You come back next week, and you've decided, no, I'm not doing this, and you don't even answer the door. Or you open the door and say, thanks, but no thanks, bye. That kind of thing. So the judgment is it's the final call, right? It says here, there was a loud blast as of many trumpets. There was a harsh grating as of 1,000 thunders. Wow. So yeah, the sky has spoken. The final judgment call has been made, and you're the one doing that with your inner self, your inner God in tow, the one that actually is at the helm now, or if you want to say a ship with the wheel of the ship, you're at the helm driving this ship now. You're not letting your fears, your worries, your feeling lack of this, so you'll need that, just the fears that overcome you, they're not at the helm anymore, because you've got somebody who you can trust, and you have faith in that they're always got your back, they'll always be there for you, and they'll never guide you wrong, and that is the one that's within you, Pisces. You know that already. And so then we have the Six of Candles here. Six of Candles is the Six of Wands. That's what? Victory and success. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy, and once I was. Okay, he's funny. Yeah, so victory and success. So you are victorious in whatever, I do believe you're saying no. I do believe you're like, it may not be like no. It might be not today, but maybe later, like I said before. You're going to be given, you're not going to go for it right now. That's what I'm saying. You might not ever go for it. Because, this is about finding out information, getting information, messages, letters come to you, letters of information about, you might be hearing from others about how their experience of saying yes to something or going through with something. We've got the Page of Paws. So the Page of Paws is the Page of Pentacles. So this is like a new offer. It's the offer that says your victorious success that you've got You got a new offer coming in. You got an offer coming in that you will obviously still be discerning about, but it's going to be the kind of offer where you can say, upon my touching him, she's petting the cat, black cat, he immediately arose, purred loudly, rubbed against my hand, and appeared delighted with my notice. This, then, was the very creature of which I was in search. So, you're going to find, because you'll be seeking something better, or seeking restitution, seeking fairness and justice. You're seeking whatever it is you're seeking something that you can trust, that's come across your radar, your table. And by saying no, I don't want that, I've discerned, I've got my arms crossed, I'm at a stalemate, I'm not doing that. Thanks, but no thanks. And moving on to something different, something else is going to come across your plate. Or you're saying, not now, but later. Try me in another month, try me next year. That kind of thing. And that'll come back, and it will either be totally different opportunity, like it'll be, like, for example, the salesman comes back a month later and says, okay, I got a hard sell person here that he's talking to himself. I got a hard sell person here, and it's not going to be that easy because they seem to be somebody who will not take, any lip service, who doesn't respond well to lip service, because all the questions they asked me, which some of the questions I couldn't really even ask, so I had to kind of avoid them and kind of, go right past them, like just totally ignore the question and just keep breezing on by, and talking about something else to avoid having to answer a question I didn't have an answer to. They're obviously smart, but I still want to sell them this vacuum cleaner. So they come back and say, hey, you know what? The company, just this month, the company's got a really great sale on. This vacuum cleaner is only going to cost you $1,200. Back in the day they were, okay? Let's say this vacuum cleaner is only going to cost you $455. It's come back. It's like, it looks reasonable now. It looks like it's a really good vacuum cleaner. You couldn't say it wasn't a good vacuum cleaner. I mean, look what it does. It sucks your carpet in and washes it for you and spits it back out. Just kidding. But it does a lot of good stuff. And it looks reasonable, but I wasn't going to pay $30,000 for it. I'm not even going to pay $1,200 for it, but I'll pay $455 for it. And and he's going to say, he or she's going to say, and it's going to be interest-free for the next 5 years. A 60-month interest-free, 0% interest. Would you like to buy it? You might actually say yes at that point in time. Just the idea. Or it's just a totally different opportunity that comes onto your doorstep. Different salesman, different product, different everything. Service, different whatever, even different person if it's a relationship. Your person might be saying, let's live together if you're romantic here. And you're thinking, no, I want to do that. You know what happens when people move in together and they're not married, and that's if you're concerned about stuff like that. But just moving in together, when no one's made a commitment to anyone, you might be considering that may not be the right step for you. And you say to them, no, I don't think I want to live with you right now, but we can think about it in another, let's say 6 months. Let's revisit it in 6 months. And so it comes back, the person comes back and says, well, you've been dating them all along. And they say, well, we've been together now for like 8 months or something like that. And you know how I feel about you. I love you. And I can't imagine not being with you, living my life without you. And at that point in time, you might actually say, they're committed to me. And I know I'm committed to them. And if they say, let's move in together, I'm going to say, yeah, okay, let's do that then. I'm cool with that now. Right? Or they say, well, you don't want to live with me? Then you know what? Maybe I better go find someone else to live with. And so they walk out of your life because you said, no, I'm not budging on this moving in together thing, and someone else comes onto your radar. And they're petting you and you're purring. It feels good, yeah. And then we've got the Hermit. But you know, you're always checking back in with your highest one. Okay? You're always checking in with your highest one. You know, consulting with somebody who's in that area of expertise, or God, right? Your spirit guides, angels. Because this, we got 6 of Wells, and we've got the 9 of Wands, I do believe. Yes, 9 of Wands. Knight of Wands, and so forth. Because otherwise, and we're just going to stop it right here. But I just want to say, because I'm me, 9 of Candles, the 9 of Wands, wounded warrior because of something from the past. Someone from the past really hurt you and left you for dead, and because they were a Knight of Wands. They were in Knight of Wands player energy. Okay? Just something, just to put it there as a caveat if it actually fit into your reading. But I'm leaving it with the Hermit. You're all about, Pisces, you're all about, checking into the light. For guidance, seeking guidance right here. You know that you will never go wrong when you seek that kind of light, that truth. The one that's within you is always going to guide you with truth. The truth that you can trust and have faith in. So guys, that's what I've got for you, Pisces. A beautiful reading. Really, because of who you've become, who you are, and what you bring into your life now when you're making decisions about something. You're highly discerning because of that very powerful one that you are. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye for now.